This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
Yeah, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho. What's up, buddy?
Happy holidays. You're listening to Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Life's Day. What else is it? I'll go.
I think you covered all of them. You got
Anything other-
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. I don't know of any other ones.
Whatever today's date is.
Festivus.
Festivus, that day.
My dad's birthday was yesterday, so there you go. Maybe it's your birthday. Happy birthday today.
Coming up this Wednesday, Eddie Vedder. It's my birthday.
Oh, his birthday is
Eddie Vedder is, 56.
wow.
Playboy model actress Holly Madison is 41 on a Wednesday. I've met her several times.
Which one is she now?
I don't know why I needed to feel the need just to tell you that.
Well, it's interesting. Which one is she?
Not about me. She's one of Hef's.
The three?
Yeah, where'd you go, John?
I'm right here.
Yeah. So she's the blonde. Like,
Well, he had three at one time there for a minute, right?
yeah, she was the ringleader of most of them.
Dude, did she have like a one-man show in Vegas that she was doing for a minute?
She used to, like, maybe.
I went to that.
I'm gonna stop this. I'll fade this out. She used to.
I went to that one time.
How was it?
It was
Right.
Well, I mean, she really doesn't have a whole lot of. It was fine. I don't want to be mean or anything, but she didn't. It's not like a real talent, you know. She just sort of slowly got naked till the end, and there were other dancers around her that were doing great, but she's not a real dancer. I don't think, from what I remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, but it's her birthday. Maybe she.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
The worst, like, not that anybody would hire me to do a show like that, but I'm so anti-naked guy. Like I probably, the management would probably come up to me and go, "Do you realize this is like a strip show, right?" And then I go, "Yeah." And you realize we pay you to take off your clothes, and I'd be like, "Yeah." And then they would complain that I still have my socks and or my shirt on.
Yeah.
And maybe my pants are just down to my ankles. They're like, "No, you fully have to commit to being 100% naked." I'd be like, "Meh, I'm probably."
Have you? I know you don't like wearing shorts, and you don't like your feet, you don't like your legs. Have you ever gotten, like, let's just say in your wild days, did you ever go streaking or get naked or skinny dipping in front of a big group of people? Have you ever done anything like that?
No, I don't think. I don't think one. Yeah, no, only one person. It's one butt, one other set of eyes at the most.
Yeah, right.
No, yeah, I've never. Plus, yeah, no, never have.
I've only done it a couple of times, but every time I would do it, you know, it's a scary. Being naked is scary. But I think it's harder for guys to be naked, no pun intended, because we're judged a lot down there. Where if you're a girl and they're all size of boobs, and guys like all of them. But if we show our cards and it's not what they want, then it's totally done, right?
I think,
like, you wouldn't say no to a girl if she got naked and you saw like one boob was like a little bit smaller than the other. It wouldn't stop you. You wouldn't be like, "Well, this is off the table now."
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah. I don't. Heffron would Donald Duck. Yeah, I would. I would have, like, I don't know.
Britt Blakeney said Heffron would Donald Duck the strip show.
I don't know if we've talked about that. I don't walk around naked at my house. I'm not. Even if I'm alone, I will close the bathroom door. Even if there's nobody, there's nobody bursting in. People who have kids, I don't understand how you find that time. Mm-hmm. The whole time you're in there, it probably sounds like a SWAT team trying to, like, you know, come through that door while you're
Right.
trying to go to the bathroom. So I'm sure parents try to hide or they try to fit it.
Sure.
Okay, there. I just made him take out the trash. That gives me 1.2 minutes, in the bathroom. Anyway, and
Real quick,
Heffron and Reep. Subject change.
we are going live on Facebook, my fan page, John Heffron's fan page, YouTube, and Twitter. We're reading your comments. We're going to go to them from time to time, give you shout outs. But we're also on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name it. We're a podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. Now, John, can I say something about your physical appearance?
sorry, I played music underneath you. But
I didn't hear any of it.
What?
I didn't hear any music.
Okay. But then we'll talk about yours. I think you have more of an appearance I would like to talk about. But you talk. What were you going to say about me? Let's make it about.
Well, you were working on something that I was very excited about, and now I see that it's gone, and I'm a little bit saddened by it. Yeah, look at here. Caleb Cade on Facebook says, "You shaved your beard, man. What the heck?" LOL. He's talking about you, John. I still have my delicious ginger beard. Your awesome salt and pepper beard no longer. What happened? Give us details.
Okay, I'm going to try to, as I'm giving you details, I'm going to try to pull up a picture. So I had a moment. So this is, wait, hold on. I'll just send this to Alan Jackson. So did you see, there's two movies that I thought of, and I know I'm talking weird as I'm trying to send this at the same time. But remember in Mr. Mom, with Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Right. So he goes through all the crap in his life, and he lets his apartment or lets his house really get really crappy, and he doesn't put stuff away. And then he grows a beard and he wears the same flannel. And then there's the moment where he decides to get his life together.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when he shaves and he goes to his kid. He's like, "Hey, you need to hand me your whoopee." And then the little kid, and then the little kid goes, "Can I have a moment to myself, please?" And then he just and then they throw everything in the trash, and then the jazzercise the very next day.
Yes, that's a great movie.
And so there was that, and then there was the spoiler, the last scene of Home Alone. There's this old guy who lives next door to Kevin, and he hits the bad guys with a shovel.
Yes,
and that guy has a big bushy beard, and he's skinny, and he's frail, and he obviously is the guy who lives in the house by himself.
Yeah.
So I had one of those moments. I started equating my beard as being unhappy, hold up, hermit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I felt, okay, if I shave, I just think I'm letting myself go. I had no motivation. This isn't like, should be playing sad sack story right now. Yeah. So no, I was just like, I had no place to go. I hit rock bottom, and I was just unmotivated to do anything. I still kind of am. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shave, then get a haircut, but no places around. And then I want to go to a tanning booth. And I just gotta, so that's why I shaved. It was a weird.
Oh, look at this.
That was right before I shaved it the other day. But
damn, dude, it looks good.
I don't know.
All right, look, let me just say a couple things, John.
That to me, that just doesn't look like the John Heffron that I knew.
Well, that's the problem. You're just not used to it yet. You didn't give it enough time for people to see it and give you compliments out in public, because you can't go anywhere right now because of Corona and all that stuff. So all you were able to do was grow it and look at it yourself, and that's where your head went. And I understand that logic is sound, but I feel like had you grown this beard during normal times, you would have gotten tons of compliments, and you would not shave the beard. I want you to give it a second chance when we open back up. I
mean, if you look,
and you got the dimples. Chicks love the dimples.
I can do that again in that if I don't shave this, you know, because this is only 2 days of being completely shaven.
Yeah.
And
it's you got
I got no
stubble
shows
going.
coming up except for Oh.
I like you either way, John. So it's whatever makes you happy, okay? And you did look like Michael Keaton from Mr. Mom says, Majorie Angle do now.
Wow, that'd be a tough.
Am I mispronouncing that name? Like all three ways?
To find. You know what I mean? Like you're not seeing a lot of key change. Majorie Angle / do now.
I mean, it's probably Angel,
That's
right?
Your name, Majorie. That is
it's Marjorie, guys. Marjorie
Angle do now.
Angle do now.
It seems like that seems like a law firm. Have you slipped? Call Major Angle and do now.
She said that I always say it wrong. Yes, I'm never going to get it right on purpose from now on.
How do you say the first part of the name? I don't know how to.
Alan piped in and said it's Majorie. No, what did he say? Alan, I already forgot. Marjorie.
Major. The majority call Majorie Angle.
Marjorie.
Wow. Have you been exposed to asbestos? Call Majorie.
Marjorie.
Wow. I called Majorie Duno and Angle, and now I got the money that I deserve. Call Majorie Angle Duno.
Right.
Now.
Oh, that's great.
So let's talk about you.
All right.
I kind of want music on any of this. I feel like being upbeat. And you obviously have the Christmas thing going.
Yeah.
First, those of you who aren't, I don't know if people listen to the podcast or talk to people who are watching this. And then I have some other things to say about watching a podcast. And I have something to say about people leaving comments. Just remind me to tie all that together.
Okay.
You know who you look exactly alike right now? At least your cheeks. Are you moisturizing your cheeks and your nose? They seem shinier. Or it seem like you're getting maybe cheek injections.
No, I do use. Okay, so going back to the beard etiquette or hygiene,
Okay.
I will shave these parts, right?
Yeah.
And I shave down here. In fact, I got a little red from the shave, right?
Yeah.
And so what I do is I have lotion, and I put it on here, and I put it here. It makes my cheeks they pop out, right? I don't know what's going on, but I think it's that lotion I put on. I don't do Botox or injections, but I'm flattered to think that maybe you thought I did.
Would you though?
No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would do Botox because as a comedian, especially me, I need my face to work.
Yeah,
at all levels.
I have guy friends that Botox, and when they come to your shows, they're like, like I can't even do it. Like there's no reaction.
Too much is crazy.
Who you look like to me is obviously the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon or animation. You know what I'm talking about? Like the old school from the 70s?
I look like a young Santa Claus.
You look like Kris Kringle. Yeah, but there's a moment where he's not Santa.
Right.
Not 10 for a second. And then I think Burgermeister Burger. Right. No, cancels toys. Does he? And then what's the origin story? Then Santa turns to Santa. But so he goes from being a dude who just meets his wife to not being Santa. Then he's Santa. And you look like you are like first week or two on the job Santa.
Oh,
like you just got yes. You look like that guy to me.
Wow.
Very because your beard's not Santa white. So you still have some red. So you're Kris Kringle, you're still young, right? You're not but that's what phase you are right there. Remember, I think he has the little the penguin.
Yeah.
And then does he deal with the Freeze Meister guy, or is that the second? Is that the
I believe these are. Oh, there we go. Now that looks more like me because he's got the mustache in that picture. And there's different colors in there. It's not just all red. There's some white stripes in there. Dude, that looks exactly like me. Hang on. Can you do? Is there a way for me to do a side by side on that?
Yeah, start hitting. We don't need that.
And then I'll try and
try to get
mimic what that picture was if we could figure out how to do it.
No, I'm here.
Alan's hitting buttons.
We should be moving like this all the time, though, just to
keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I actually like that zoomed out look. Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
This right here I love.
Yeah. No, go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
This
there.
looks cool, except you can see where this ends.
It's okay.
Oh shit! Almost knocked over this whole table.
Yeah,
I look like
when did
a.
That get funny.
Do you know what that means, John? It means in the future, I will have to be a Santa Claus. Once all this goes white, and you can see there's white coming in here. One of these days, I'm going to be all white if I live long enough, and it means I will have to be a mall Santa at some point.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
Santa. Yeah, you could be real Santa. You could be on par. Yeah, you guys.
I could move the chair.
Now it's Blair Witchy.
Let me bring it in. Blair Witchy. You remember that movie came out, John? Did you see that movie in the theater?
I was doing radio at the time, and the thing got spoiled. Because
they were saying it was a true story for a while.
Yeah. I
saw it in the theater, almost puked.
Oh,
because the camera moved so much.
So I'm not even gonna hit subject change. Yeah.
Heffron and Reep. Subject
change. So I've been obsessed with YouTube. Obviously, that's nothing new, but I've watched more of YouTube lately than anything. That's like my go-to because I think I've watched everything on TV.
Yeah.
I didn't think there's a series. I just finished the Sons of Anarchy spinoff.
Oh, was that good?
It was really good. I didn't like it at first, but I got hooked, so I watched all that. Obviously, I finished The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Which, at this point, there's no spoilers. I guess we just won't say stuff just to say. I literally cried. I had a moment where I was watching that, and I felt like I was 9 years old. Like I can't believe this. I can't believe what was that. So then I went on YouTube and watched reactions to that scene.
Wow.
And I guess it's probably spoilers. So if you don't, and everybody kind of had the same reaction that I had, and there's so many good ones where it's just people freaking out.
Yeah.
What a great episode or a great moment.
So when do new episodes come out? Do they come out on Monday nights?
I think they came out on Fridays.
Okay.
So it's obviously done.
Right. It's done.
Next year.
But here's my point, right? Like, I follow certain characters from Star Wars on Instagram, like the human beings, the actors. Okay. And I'm trying to say this without spoiling it in case.
It's out enough. There's so much on there that you can't. But if you have it, if you want to,
I'm still going to try not to spoil it.
Yeah. I get it.
There was one of the actors I follow posted a picture of himself doing this because he was trying to tell other people, don't talk about it yet, because some people watch these months, weeks later.
Yeah.
So when I saw the picture of him doing that, that was a spoiler.
Right.
So it's like, oh, well, I know you're in this now, because what else would this be?
Yeah.
So that kind of spoiled it, but I loved it.
I haven't been that excited since Luke found Laura.
Laura?
Don't remember. That's a
Luke Skywalker?
Luke found Laura on General Hospital.
I thought when you said Luke, I was in my head, I was still Luke Skywalker.
You know that song? Think of Laura and don't cry, I know. Hey, on YouTube, how do people get away with? I watched everybody's reaction, right? I watched everybody's reaction video to watching the scenes, from that
Mandalorian. Yeah,
and nobody's page got taken down. So if you're reacting to something, you're allowed to show a clip of it. I don't understand why. If we play 2 seconds of a New Edition song right now, if I was to hit it on my iPad, we would get emails saying you did copyright infringement for playing music,
right?
Podcast, but you're allowed to show video from a TV show? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. It seems like the Wild Wild West. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of followers, they probably don't care. So we'd be fine.
Because I saw also on YouTube, there's a couple people on YouTube that all they do is they kind of shit on other podcasts. And that's their thing, but they kind of shit on really popular podcasts. So then I looked at the views that they were getting for making fun of these podcasts, and they would show their podcast.
Oh, that's great.
This dude that would show like Theo Vaughn and the Fighter and the Kid guy, whatever that guy is, name it, Brendan. And this guy was just ripping on those two. I disagreed with why he was ripping on them, but that was a thing where he'd stop their show, break down what they just said. But is that a thing now? So you talk about podcasts on a podcast? So is it? Like,
it was just a matter of time. And by the way, Floyd Taylor said as long as it's not full screen, you can do reaction videos. So
they had it on the bottom. So like if you're looking at us now, John, like almost a center bottom of me and you, it would show the scene. So why don't we? We should be doing reaction stuff.
Yeah,
random stuff. I don't know.
I don't understand. Yeah, why? There's a lot of reaction videos going on, and I don't like that it's trending because I don't watch reaction videos.
I did to see if people would cry or to see their.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, maybe, I'm not talking about Mandalorian. That's different. Now I will go look at those.
They're good. Yeah.
I did see a reaction video to what's the actor's name that played Finn in the new, like the last 3 Star Wars? The black guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the first Star Wars came out with him in it, okay, episode number 7, I guess it was. He was at home watching himself, like it was a reaction video of him watching himself for the first time in a Star Wars film, and it's really cool to watch how excited he got and how he was flipping out. And he was just at home watching it with some of his friends, and they were all like, it was like a big deal. As it should be.
I got sucked into then YouTube starts recommending stuff. So I don't even know how to change all that. So when I sign on my YouTube, it'll have I've been going through these things. It's like 50 top 100 songs from 1984, and it's just like 4 or 5 seconds so it's full of that. And then there's some voice coach who I started watching Hamilton. She was reacting to the actor singing Hamilton that she hadn't seen, but she's a voice coach, and you'd think that, and then she would do other people's videos where she would react like its breath is here, it needs to hear, but then I got obsessed. I know nothing about singing. I don't know who this person is to react to, but I got obsessed with those.
Well, it's an algorithm, right? So like if you watch The Social Network or whatever that documentary is, it's on Netflix about social media and all that stuff, and how the algorithms are so good that they are updating themselves every second about what it is that you like and what you're watching more of. And so they recommend stuff that they think you will like. So it's really a pattern of what you already like is why they're recommending it. So that's why that happens.
Yeah.
But I got an idea, John, because you've been trying to get me to watch Hamilton for I don't know how long now. Maybe I will finally watch it, but I'll record myself watching it. And how long is Hamilton?
It's 2.5 hours.
Okay, so I'll record all 2.5 hours, and out of that 2.5 hours, there's got to be something interesting that my face will do as a reaction.
I think in the first 3 minutes, your face is going to look confused because everybody's confused.
We'll see.
For a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot coming at you.
Okay.
But yeah. Or do me and you put out a singing video and we get like the voice coach that I keep watching, and we have her look at it because she has like a Patreon or a thing. And if you pay her just like a cameo, she'll rate your singing. So we could sing.
Do you want, John? I've never heard you sing ever.
I can't.
No, wait. I take it back.
No, I don't.
Last episode you did karaoke, or the time before last. Yeah.
I don't know how to sing.
Could you take someone rating your singing?
It's at 0, if not.
So it wouldn't bother you because you already think that you're not good at it.
I don't know if Alan can look. I think it's called athletic voice coach. Or
I mean, I don't know if I would want her rating my voice. I know I can't sing either. There are certain songs that I can pull off for like half the song. But then once
I went down this another YouTube was carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
Right. And I got in such a good mood watching who was on there? Michael Bublé, which I can't say.
Michael Bublé.
There's Bieber on the Grande, whatever. They
Ariana Grande.
So good that I was just like, if I could just sing, my life would be awesome. Like I could just be in my car and just sing good. I mean, I sing good, but as a talent, like if you had a talent, if you could sing, let's even take away doing a stand-up comedy, because that's not something you could just, if you're at a party like the olden days where people are hanging out and you just stood up and you started doing stand-up comedy in the corner, people would think you were a dick. Like that would be a kind of a dick move because you're like, look at me. But if there's a piano in the corner and you sat down and you just start playing piano, people would be like, that guy's really good.
Oh, yeah.
So you get credit for being able to play a piano. And then if somebody's playing piano and you came over and you just started singing, people would be, oh my God.
I gotta say,
but
I would rather hear someone play the piano at a party than someone break out and just start singing. I have never liked that. Even if they're good, where someone's like, okay, so imagine this. If I were a female and some dude wanted to serenade me, like show up at my doorstep with a guitar and just start singing, I would feel so awkward. It's almost like how some kids feel when everyone starts singing happy birthday at them and they just get mad because like, shut up, I don't want to hear. It's just awkward. It's weird. Like, are you going to sing the whole song? What do I do with my hands? Do I make eye contact with you? Do I smile? What if I don't like it? I mean, I hate when people just start breaking out into song.
Why, John?
Except for when you do it. But if you're a piano, that's different because it's almost like, oh, this is an instrument here. Let me sit down here. I'll tickle some ivories. It's kind of neat. But I'm talking about singing and looking at you in the eyes.
I love random. At the grocery store a couple days ago, this girl had headphones on and she was just grocery shopping and she was singing at the top of her lungs.
Oh,
and she wasn't. I just think she was so in the moment that she just liked that song. Like, and maybe we've just all forgotten how to be like, There's a YouTube video. I think if Alan plays it, I don't know if we get busted. There's a girl singing, there's a couple other words I can't say. Hallelujah. I can't say that word. I can't say jewelry or hallelujah. Hallelujah. I can't say that. She's singing.
I can walk you through it, but it might take a while.
Well, we can do it while Alan's looking. It's her singing into a well. It's the video's 7 years old. But when I hear that, it just makes just having that ability, that superpower to just be there, sing like that. So
if it's an angelic voice,
Rebecca, vocal athlete. Maybe we can pull up her page and see a second of her video. I say, John, I'll pay for you to submit you singing, and you have to do it like
it's not going to be good.
Well, but we just want to see what she says, though.
She's going to say this guy cannot sing.
But if we paid her on Patreon, which I believe if we pull up the page, that's what she does. Does she sandbag the, like, right? If she for $50 or $100 rates you singing, is she going to rate you shitty, or does she feel bad she just took your $100?
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
So it's not like she's actually trying to coach you, not just critique you.
What's her thing?
Did you hear that, John? It's more of like a coaching than a critiquing?
Don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what the. No, she critiques, so she reacts to you. She reacts to you singing.
But is she a verbal coach? Is she trying to give you tips, or is she insulting? Is she a nice person? It says vocal coaching right there.
Was it one online 95? Is there a video of her?
RVA, that's Richmond, Virginia. Rebecca, the vocal athlete. Oh, God. I already don't like this person. Okay, let's watch this stupid thing.
Wait, now we're reacting to her reacting. I don't know.
Oh, this is great. Okay, there's a cat. I like cats. So far,
How we do a reacting?
so
video?
far the cat is interesting because you never know what they're going to do.
And then the cat's like, I'm out of here.
Yep.
She's going to judge how I purr.
Yeah.
Now she just seems like she's yelling at you. She seems like, I've told you 700 times, if you keep texting those girls or if you follow her on Instagram, I'm done. I'm done. So you just like, right? I don't know what you're saying. I just got that vibe.
I wonder where she is.
Yeah, I won't kill you. Yeah.
Where she's at in the country. Where's she from? You know, like just by looking at her,
she looks more like.
She looks like a chick from like
She looks like
God dang it, what's it called? Jersey Shore. She looks like a Jersey Shore chick.
She does have like kind of a yeah, I don't know what's going on here with this one, but anyway, but that's that. I mean, maybe
John, were you trying to hear some of this too, or
I was, but it's okay. We don't need to. I was trying to do the full story tell, but I don't think we can actually hear it, so we'll move along.
We could react to her. How many? She's got 1 million subscribers.
Dude, so okay, so let's do that math. She coaches. She has 1 million subscribers. Out of those 1 million subscribers, how many people did what I literally jokingly said we should do to you? It's a numbers game.
Oh, she's from Australia. Someone said. Floyd Taylor said she's from Australia. Okay.
I don't know.
And she's going to teach us how to talk?
Okay, we don't. But I bet you there's a kid out there that shows you like how to, if you do the Rubik's Cube, like some kid will like critique or like coach you. We should just start doing that. We'll find all these online coaches and say we want to do stuff. Hear me?
Yeah. Well, let's see. What else could they coach us? You know what? There should be. Oh God, what's his name? I did another comedian's podcast recently as a guest, and this is killing me, dude, because Steve Gillespie. You know this person? Stephen Gillespie. He's got a weird last name. Gillespie. Now, comedian. I can't spell and I can't type. Yeah. Okay. So he has a podcast, and I'm glad that they do this. It's called Writer's Block.
Okay.
And their thing is, it's him and another comedian. Their thing is like, they're going to reach out to like headliners and be like, hey, you know, what bits are you struggling with? Let's talk about it on air, and let's work through it. But they want you to submit to them, like, you know, within a week of advance so they can have time to come up with ideas and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty cool idea. Like, I mean, that's kind of like coaching. Like, you know, they don't have that for comedians. We don't have like a comedian coach for headliners. We have it for people who are beginners. But then once you're out there and you're on your own, there's not really like a Jedi mind council that you go to report to where it's like, okay, now we're all Jedis in here, but here's how you could improve.
Yeah.
And I wish there was something like that.
Yeah, I think that you just wouldn't take notes, I guess, at our things. I mean, we know guys that have a stable full of fellas that crank out material for them, but those are the guys that make millions of dollars and have to come up with new shows.
Right.
You know
they're on TV every night.
They're on TV every night or doing a big sold out arena. So when they come back, they have to have all new material.
Yeah.
and some of them are characters, and it's easy to write for those characters.
True.
I've taken notes. I've done stuff where I've had, younger people or newer people say, "Hey, can I give you?" And I listen, and sometimes it makes sense. Other times, like, no, there's a reason why I did it this way. But I've taken cues all the time. I used to talk. I had one guy once right before like a Montreal thing. He's like, "I've seen a couple of your sets. Take a breath before you say anything." Literally, is probably the best advice I ever got, and every time afterwards, I always took a breath, and every show got better.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was me doing comedy for 15 years. Just
Right.
John Heffron. Hey guys, ever wonder what? Like, I would literally do that instead of coming to the mic, breath, then talk.
Yeah.
Like that even helps if you're in a Zoom meeting or if you're speaking in front of at work or something. You have a presentation. It's that.
Right.
Then you go it's a lot of people forget, just it's out of nerves, and you immediately start, "Hey guys, welcome to the Zoom call. Hey, we got, and then you're like, "Oh shit, I got to do this whole presentation on one breath out because I forgot to breathe in."
Yeah.
There's little stuff like that.
I've got a lot of good notes over the years. I got an old comedian friend of mine. I'll give him a shout out, Mike Spurlock. Guy I started comedy with. This dude was like a different, like he was a Mitch Hedberg style comic before Mitch Hedberg in a weird way. Like he had a lot of one-liners, and he was kind of like a alternative hippie dippy kind of dude. Very funny guy. Mm-hmm. But I used to do this bit. We're making fun of mascots. Like, we're the Panthers. We have a growl. It gets annoying. And I would go off, do other teams do that? I've never heard, blah, blah, blah. And I do and I'm very physical. So I do the eagle, and I do a dolphin where I'm like skipping up, like I'm bouncing on water across the stage. And that was doing well. And I was doing that for a long time. And then I came off stage one day. He goes, "Dude, that bit's crazy." He goes, "I'm a Cowboys fan. And I was wondering, what if you said Dallas Cowboys, and instead of like shooting a gun, you simply walk over to the stool and sniff cocaine off the stool?" Because Michael Irvin had just gotten busted for coke or whatever. And I was like, and it changed the whole bit, and it made it 1,000 times better. And that was one, and I had been doing it for years. And
it's weird when somebody, you have a bit that you've been doing forever or something, and just one person says, "Hey, you should say this word and not that." And then you're like, "What? I've been doing that for," and then you get up and you change it. You're like,
wow,
right in front of me.
See, that's why I love that these guys are doing this thing called the writer's block. And we need to do, and I wish there was something like that for guys at our stage, where it's like you hire another headliner. Maybe we should do that, just like when the clubs open back up. It's like a co-headlining only for a year. No solo headlining gigs. We co-headline for a year. I sit back and watch you. You sit back and watch me, and we take notes for each other.
We first, how fun would that be? But there's some when you perform with somebody a lot and you see their
you start picking up their mannerisms.
So Kelsey Cook, do you know who she is?
Yeah.
So Kelsey, back in the olden days when I would actually travel, she'd always be she'd probably feature for me more than anybody else. I at one point had, and if she was here, I'd ask her. I think my record was 7 callbacks to her act, and every time that I would call back to her, it would beyond crush. Right?
Explain, make it more clear what you're talking about.
I wish we could get a hold of her. So she has a joke about under what context, maybe her boyfriend at the time or ex or husband, whatever, that he was in the bathroom and Kelsey had to go to the bathroom. So she had to take a dump in an Amazon box. It was kind of the joke, and the cat was looking at her, and it's whatever. Then I, in my act, would do a thing about that. I'm ambient. I'd order something from Amazon, but I'm afraid to open the box because the last time I did, some woman took a shit in it.
Right.
So you
were just doing callbacks to jokes that happened before you even got on stage.
Before I even got on stage, and I kept at our running joke was, how many can you do before the audience is like enough, or is it? And I don't even remember them, but they would just kill and kill and kill.
Yeah,
and people after the show were like, "Yo, you two, how she set you up?
Right.
She wasn't you just paid attention." But then what always sucked was the following week when you're performing and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
I get to the Amazon box show, but you open it because somebody took his and then you're like,
yeah.
I used to do that where you set up a punchline, but you forgot to set it up and you say, you forgot the either callback or the tag.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck, I didn't.
I've done that. Where I just keep going. I pretend like it was a whimsical, random thing that means nothing, but really it's a callback to something you didn't set up. Have you ever repeated the same joke in one set?
Done that, and then that's what's weird is as you're talking, if you're doing a bit, in your brain you have these little things. You're like, well, they're laughing here, so I must not have said it before, and then you keep going, and then you're like. Or they're just being cool, and I've already said this.
Right.
I've already said that. That's literally one of the most terrifying feelings.
Yeah.
That feeling of, have I said this before?
Yep.
It sucks worse than a joke not getting laughs.
Especially if you're the kind of comedian that you give the illusion of spontaneity every time you do your bit. Like you're just making everything up as you go. Where some comics, obviously, they're set up, punch, and these are jokes, and here's my cadence. But if you've been doing it for years and you can make your jokes seem like it's organic and it's happening in the moment, to do that twice is really, really embarrassing.
I did it once. I was in at Raleigh's.
Good nights
in Raleigh. And I go and I do an old like literally one of the oldest jokes I have about a swing set. You swing on it, one pole comes right out of the ground, and then I do this whole thing about 70s stuff. The bit's 15, 20 years old. I have it on an old ass special. It's a slide where we can make it out of how to service. I remember doing that bit, and it's never got laughs out of 25 years. And I was just a placeholder. I wanted to do. I had something new, like a big chunk I was about to do new. And then I kind of you get a little nervous. I'm like, oh, I'll just do the swing set thing first. And then that gets applause. Then that'll give me I'll just jump into this thing. I had it all plot it out, obviously. Yeah. Did it. My swing set bit got a really weird reaction the whole time where I even had to look at the crowd and go, did something happen? Like, that bit's bulletproof. What? And I got off stage, and whoever was I don't know the guy's name, goes, yeah, that swing set bit. I did that before you got on stage. Like, well, what the fuck? That's my bit. Like, that's not even. But he literally did it in the same order thing, and literally just ripped me off. And the guy was like in prison for a little bit, and now he's doing stand-up comedy. And I was like, what? Is that why everybody? I couldn't figure out why people were just staring at me during it.
That's hilarious.
He literally said it word for word.
All right, John, I have to read this comment. And Alan, I hope you put it up there. Jonathan Stewart. I don't know who he is, but he wrote this. And we can have fun with this, John. He wrote, I could literally smoke weed and could stand on stage, talk for 90 minutes straight, and never write or rehearse anything before just straight off the top of my head. You could, but would it be funny? Those are two different things.
Yeah.
And I challenge you to do that.
I couldn't do that now.
No,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
People think that, though. That's the thing with stand-up comedy. If you see anybody that is, especially if you watch good people, if you watch good stand-ups, it makes you really think how easy it is to do.
Right.
How I started. I went to an open mic and saw people who I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
90 minutes is too much, dude. Like, I love your confidence. Nobody needs to be up there for an hour and a half.
Yeah, 90 minutes is too long, number one.
Dial it down.
And by the way, also, when you do start doing comedy, I don't know if he is currently a comedian now. Probably not. If he with that comment, I doubt it.
Oh yeah, brave.
But if you start comedy, you'll notice you might sit down and write on a notepad 4 pages of things that you think is brilliant, and maybe it is in certain contexts and with your friends, and then you take it to the stage in front of strangers and you try that. You will slowly realize, or quickly realize, that 4 pages is really about 3 sentences.
Yeah.
The crowd will edit for you. They won't let you do 90 minutes stoned. They will get up and walk out.
Yeah. Because you can only do. I'm so high. Who else smokes? You guys smoke? I like to get. Who likes? Look at this guy. He's fucked up. Look at all that stuff's been done so many times that you can't even be the high comic anymore because everybody is the high comic. So you get it. Are we gonna drive slower because we're high because nobody's ever been pulled over? We get it. Are we gonna stop at Taco Bell? Okay, we get it. Pot's weird, right? It's the same.
How long is the stop sign gonna last?
Hey, stop sign.
When's the stop sign gonna turn green, man?
Yeah.
I'm so wasted off of the weed I smoked.
To this guy, no, it's different. Man, white people smoke different than black people. Man, Mexicans smoke pot. Insert race versus here's how this race does it different than.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing.
That's great. Have you actually tried that before? I've actually smoked weed and tried to do comedy early on in my career, and it was dumb. I'll tell you what happened. It's embarrassing, number one, but I was laughing at jokes in my brain that I hadn't told yet. I knew what was coming up, right, in my brain of the script that I was going to do that night or whatever, the jokes I had planned. And I was laughing at myself before I told the joke, and it made no sense. I was a giggling fool, and it made no sense.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't. Look at my brain now, and it's fully functioning with nothing. I can't. I don't like feeling nervous when you're on stage. I don't.
Yeah.
And energy drop.
Heffron and Reep. Subject change.
I was reading the subject.
Look how screwed up this straw is, dude. My mom bought these new straws, and it's some weird kid straw. I don't think she meant to do this, but it can turn. Look at that. It looks like an idiot. I'm sorry, John.
Remember the episode of those crazy straws that were all
Yeah, I remember those.
With the stuff.
Those were fun.
I'm obsessed. I'm still back on the singing, and we get that girl to judge you. I wish we could have showed you her judging somebody.
Oh,
so you could see how she you could do it right there at the thing. We can record it now.
You want me to react to her?
No,
reacting to someone else.
Show you how she reacts to people, so you can hear it.
Hey, Alan, can you pop in here for 1 second?
Or can we not? Is it fair use?
Cool.
Ask Alan.
Alan, if so that singing or whatever. Could we play the audio of her reacting to somebody, or is that where we get busted? Then, if so, how can people play podcasts and play clips of people's podcasts and then react to? I don't understand the rules.
Well, I think I'm willing to give it a shot if you want me to play it and have it to where you guys can hear it and talk over it, and it plays in a window. I think we try that.
Just one, me. The one I saw is she was reacting to people online. I don't know. I've watched 10 seconds of one of her videos. So I just to give you an example. Just play whatever. But John, I think right now we should also think of a song, and you sing it, and then we'll send her that clip. And
okay, I already know what I'm going to sing.
Try to you could try to kill it.
All right. I think I've got some. If you want me to try to pull one up.
Or unless this would be terrifying. I would. Okay, go ahead.
All right, you want me to pull it up?
Sure.
All right. Let me try this.
Looks
Hold
like
on.
Chris Kringle. John.
Sean Kelly, yes, he did say the Alan. That's what we call. We don't call Alan Jackson Alan Jackson. We call him the Alan Jackson. Just to answer your question.
Fam, and it's I, Rebecca, and it's always a pleasure to see you hanging out on my channel. How are you? You know, you can comment down below. Sorry, I'm not really. Let's go back. I just want to hear that part again. And lyrically then, it took me somewhere. Away with the fairies it went.
John, you
went,
so it takes over.
Mid swing, mid going through that
So
phrasing
she's
there.
trying to rewind. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, she's singing.
I've got a habit of mimicking and doing impressions. It's
Oh, she's gonna mimic.
So it looks like
it's
she's
a hobby. What can I say?
trying to.
Let's keep going.
Hit the button, lady.
Powerful. Oh
Wait.
gosh. What he was doing there with his voice is absolutely fantastic.
System of
it's
a
very
Down.
theatrical what's going on here, and I feel like it's taken on another
John, try that.
gear shift.
You try,
so to
John.
speak.
What do you want me to try?
Very chesty, but at the same time, a lot of brightness to it. Over melodramatic.
We'll always love you.
Larynx
And
dampens to create
How's
more
that?
space, more
You.
expression in his voice, which is going on here.
Oh, look at that dude's face.
Oh man.
Why are we not talking about that?
Yeah. Play.
She's playing System of a Down.
A lot of emotive, technically, of course, proficient.
So there's a lot of people who
tick those boxes.
want to
okay?
sing, apparently,
get
because
this-
she has a
Yes,
million
Alan,
subscribers.
I'm gonna press
Maybe they
play.
can't play that one because it's System of a Down. Just click just another one. But John, that's what we do, John. Maybe we take voice lessons, and we can like have a big sing, like a big concert at, you know what I mean? Let's try our vocal thing again.
Shout out to Shane Flint. He just recognized my pipes. I just attempted to sing "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston and Dolly Parton, and I freaking nailed it. And you didn't say shit, John.
I was saying how great. Let's play it again. Hold on. I wish we
Why
had.
don't you react to me singing right now?
All right, holiday decorate.
Oh, here we go.
All
I
right,
like her.
yeah, let that. She's funny.
Decorating party. I just pulled this.
Can you play music,
around.
or are you gonna do it a cappella?
Is she going to be funny when she gets really skinny? I think so.
Can you sing? Can you sing in a cappella?
What do you mean? I have to. That's
You're in the
when
toilet?
two people
Oh,
sing
and
together. It's a cappella.
Day.
I thought she was
So
on the
welcome
toilet.
to my channel. If I haven't already met you, I am
The chair she's sitting on.
Oh, is she going to make fun of this poor kid? I'm yours, Jason Mraz. Would you like to hear a fun interesting fact about Jason Mraz, John Heffron? He has a sister named Candace. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
All right,
He's
so
not terrible. He's
John, how
amazingly
much of this did you
cute
watch
and
the other
I've
day?
sweet
just more
and
than I've
adorable
seen.
and
Okay,
should
can
be in
we-
every
we can turn it
outlet in
off
the
now.
world
Let's turn
to
it
make
off.
you
I'm
buy
done with it.
things. Oh my god.
The rabbit holes that you choose to go down are intriguing to me because I couldn't stand to watch much more of that. But yeah, that's the algorithm telling you.
That I gotta.
We
hear that.
think that you like this.
What's your Jason Mraz story?
I used to date his sister, Candace Mraz, in college. She went to a college nearby. I went to NC State, go Wolfpack, and she went to Meredith College. And we were like on again, off again in college for a couple of years. Candace Mraz. Fun fact.
Was her brother singing at the time?
Her brother was significantly younger than her.
Yeah.
So he was, when we were dating, he was like maybe in middle school.
Oh yeah, right.
But I do remember her telling a story about him. She goes, "Oh my God, my brother was on VH1 the other night." I go, "What, how, what happened?" And she said, "Oh, they were doing a live Hootie and the Blowfish concert on VH1, and at the end, everybody came up on stage and started dancing, and he came up on stage and started dancing." I go, oh, okay. Well, he's going to make it. And he did. I mean, that has nothing to do with his singing career, but that's just, I guess, how much he loves music. But that's all I knew about him. I never met him in my life. Yeah.
I was going to show you. So I just looked real quick, and I'm not set up to play anything. Just my algorithms for everyone to know. Here's one. Father Erratic reacts to Mandalorian season 2. Utah van life. Mandalorian fans call. Tony Heathcliff, arrogant and bossy. Top love songs of 1980s. These are just random.
Someone was asking us earlier, what's the worst Christmas gift that you've given or maybe received? Do you have anything off the top of your head like that, John?
Here's what you shouldn't do. I guess if
David Odin said, what's the dumbest item you've got for Christmas? Okay. I got something for that.
I don't know. There's some things that you go, oh, this is great. I'll totally use this, and you don't. I know, fellas, if you're listening, here's something that's come up a lot, and I didn't even realize that I did it. Is if you bought your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance, whoever, an item like a vacuum,
right,
or a blender or any type of cooking thing, that doesn't count as a gift to them because they'll get paid.
Yeah, you got to buy that. If you're going to wait, here's my advice on that. Let's just say your wife or girlfriend actually wants a blender or a mop or a vacuum. You do it, but you do it as a random gift at a random time, not a birthday, not Valentine's, not Christmas. It's got to be for no reason. You're still going to get the credit for getting a gift, but you're not going to look like an a-hole for making it a Christmas gift.
I remember this was 100 years ago in a past life. I got my ex a scale. But here's how dumb I was. She probably in her entire life never weighed more than 115 pounds.
Yeah, right? She's tiny.
She was always tiny. But Apple or something came up with this new scale that sent the info to your phone, and you could check your BMI, and then it told you if you're drinking enough water. Like it was a cool technology thing. Mm-hmm. Right. And we had a scale that we were like always just on. So I thought, oh, this thing's cool because this measures this. It measures your bone. Like I wasn't thinking about here's the thing to check your weight. I was just thinking a thing. So I get that, and then I get something else that goes along with it. Maybe like a trainer thing, sessions.
Is this something that she expressed interest in previously?
She used a lot, but I think my business manager, Liz, I was mentioning it to her, and she goes, "Can I just stop you?" And I go, "What?" She goes, "Are you buying your wife a scale for Christmas?" And it just went where I wasn't getting the scale to be like, "Hey, check her." I just thought the technology was cool.
Yeah,
it had a way, and you could program it for everybody, and it was a whole thing. So I ixnayed that and made it a house gift.
Right. See, that's exactly my point. Perfect. That's a good recovery.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Shane Flint said you should be kicked in the junk for getting your wife a scale as a gift. But he recovered, Shane. He didn't do it for Christmas. Shane, it was a house gift. Yeah.
I show you my my divorce agreement and everything. I did ended up getting kicked in the nuts. So that came a little bit later.
Right. Yeah. I think she kept the scale.
Yeah, she kept the scale. I made that mistake, dude. Trust me.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. I got kicked in the nuts about a 12. So you don't feel sorry for anybody, Shane.
Well, I can share one with you. When I was it's weird. Like when you're a kid and you got aunts and uncles that will randomly give you gifts on Christmas because you're a kid. And then there's that tipping point where it's like it goes away because you're not a kid anymore. They don't make an announcement.
Right.
It's just one day, maybe when you're 13 or 14 or 15, and it's like, oh, no, he's a big boy now. I'm not going to keep getting gifts for the rest of his life. Do you understand that logic? So that was kind of going on. But this one Christmas at my grandma's house, at a big family Christmas get together on my mom's side of the family, I was used to getting gifts from this one aunt, and it was always a cute little thing here and there. And I did get a gift, but so did my brother. And my brother, they got him. Now you got to remember, this is in the 80s.
Okay.
They got him a radio, a portable AM FM radio with an antenna and a speaker. We didn't have. That was like a Radio Shack gift. We were used to getting like Legos or a freaking toy. Now all of a sudden I see my brother get this piece of electronics. It's like for adults.
Right.
And I was like, oh, cool. That's awesome. I can't wait to see what they got me.
Yeah, probably a metal detector.
And no, it was Legos.
I got Legos.
And I remember being devastated and crying and making a scene and then having to apologize because I was acting like a spoiled little brat. And I have still feel terrible about the way I reacted to the Legos. But that was that moment where you were going from kid to an adult, and it's like, but it weighs on me. It
feels like for mentally, and that gift should be called something, right? Because I have nephews, and they're both kind of young kids. They're like in the 5s and up to 10ish.
Yeah.
Right, and then I have older nieces and nephews, whatever. I didn't get them anything. I got the young kids stuff, but right. I figured, they're teenagers. What am I? I'm just gonna get them like a gift card. But there should be one year, and it should be called something where you're making the transition.
Yes,
it's like it's the golden year for gifts. So this is your last year that you're getting, quote unquote, a toy.
Right.
And everything now after this is going to be, because you have phases. Like, I hated getting socks and underwear and all that stuff as a kid. That's the first thing you toss. But if somebody was to hand me a bag of Long Johns, I'd be like, yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. It's literally the only thing I need.
No, I like your idea that if it were a known, nationwide known thing, that at age 13, 14, 15, we'd have to all agree on what age it is, that this is the last year you're getting a kid gift, quite possibly any gift, unless you're my unless you're my kid.
Yeah, this is almost like yeah. And
what age? Let's think it out. What age should that be? Just call it 13.
Because I don't have kids, I don't know what age to. What age do you think you played the most toy-ish? Even in the 70s when Star Wars came out, I had every Star Wars toy or action figure.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send Alan a thing.
It is something around puberty because your brain as a boy, your brain shifts from having fun playing games and playing with toys to I gotta get with these girls over here. So it's something about that.
Do you think that switches quicker now because of technology?
Well, quite possibly. It's way.
You know what I mean?
Now.
Like, or is that longer? Does that happen quicker for kids? Like we had to, and this joke's been done a million times. But you're gonna see any girly stuff. It was from old Playboy magazines that were thrown away. You had to find those and go build a fort, right? But now everybody has access to everything. So I don't know what it's like to be a kid now.
Yeah, I know.
But like,
what do we call? Like you said, the golden year is the last year.
Yeah, like maybe because 13, you're a teenager, so you're not playing with toys at 13. Where you're always playing with toys. I'm not talking electronic. I'm talking. I have action figures with the Paw Patrol
toys. Yeah,
11. You think? And then starting from 12.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's 12, because 13 is the real it's a teen. You're a teenager now.
Yeah.
13, you're a teenager. 12, you're not a teenager yet. So I think 12 is the last year. If you are only an aunt or an uncle, you can now be relieved of your duties of getting gifts. I like this idea. Let's start.
If any of my niece or nephews are watching,
hashtag grow up.
Hashtag stop crying. Hashtag your parents are responsible for your gifts. Yeah.
Have you ever done this one, John, where you've gotten a gift for your niece or nephew, and your gift is better than what their actual parents got them? Did you ever try upstaging your sister?
not on purpose. And I've always been. I think I got my nephew early on. I got Graham. I think I bought him his first drum set at like 2 or 3. Like I did. I got him a record player when he was 2 or 3, and a bunch of marching band albums. And he would wake up at 2 and go downstairs and turn on his record player. It's just the beginning every morning. The Wisconsin whatever band would come out, and then as he gets older, I've always gotten my nephews loud things because that to me is just
that's funny.
And I got them. Well, they might even be listening, but I got them something this year that was going to be completely annoying, and I kind of went into it.
Oh, that's great.
You can, especially it's weird stuff if you just start dating somebody, or if you don't know how much do you spend. If you if you're a step parent and you buy something, but the other side didn't, buy this, that turns into a thing. There's a lot of stress that comes behind them.
I don't know why Sean with the ukulele is saying this, but he said apparently Heffron hated his siblings. Oh, because you got the kids loud toys. Yeah. That's just a sibling thing. You don't hate them. That's just what you do to get on their nerves because they're your sister, they're your brother. That's just what you do.
Yeah, I got some good loud making stuff at this thing, but that starts that thing that kids push around that makes that popping noise. That thing's super annoying. It's literally
that little fake vacuum lawnmower looking thing.
Yeah. But the upstaging, I think the only time.
Letha Page says, call it the jump year, maybe.
The jump year.
The jump year.
I kind of like that. Oh, this is your jump year gift.
This is your jump year. This is it.
Sorry, this is your thing. It's the full Barbie salon and whatever. Next year you're getting.
Well, there's there's bar mitzvahs, and I think how old are you in a bar mitzvah? 13? 15? There's quinceaneras.
Yeah.
So this could be the Christmas version of that, where it's like, okay, this is that year.
Are we going though for if you're an uncle or aunt? It has nothing to do with. So you're not the parents.
No. This is simply for aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. Yeah.
Aunts, uncles, nephews, and it's the jump year gift.
I like the jump year. So far, that's winning the jump year.
I think and then you go, I'm going big on this one. You're 12. Guess what? Fun. Because it makes more sense too. Because they
know when they turn 13 not to get their hopes up
for your gift. Yeah, then you're gonna roll in and throw them a thing. But listen, you know everyone peaks by that time. Your income making is gonna dwindle the older you get. Not for me. I'm gonna start performing at old folks' homes. But
yeah. I like the jump year. Hashtag the jump year.
Jump year gift. And you're done at 12. You go big, and it's a toy. It's a toy. It's not
go big at 12.
It's not you're not getting a new technology. That new Apple iPod doesn't count as a jump year. It's a last. Here's some crayons and a coloring book.
Right. No, there's a social etiquette. You're right there. So the jump year gift, no matter what, it can never be bigger than the actual parent's gift. That's an etiquette thing. Yeah. Number 2, you kind of go a little big because it's the last year.
Yeah, because it's going to be a price drop. So for the next year's gift, it's definitely going to go down. Right.
I like now. We're this year on my. We're doing our Christmas on the 23rd because we got kids everywhere scattered. My brother's over here with his wife in a different part of the state, and so the 23rd is when we're doing it. And I said, well, why don't we just play? Because my brother's kids, my kid, they're all older now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's treat them as adults, and let's just play the Dirty Santa game. No one's getting special little side gifts. And if you do it, don't bring it in here for that night. Go do it in the parking lot.
One of my favorite memories as a kid is we would go to my grandma's, and my stepmom's side had most of the family. My dad and mom's side was always didn't go that deep, but her side did. And they would do this grab bag gift or white elephant gift thing.
Yeah, that's Dirty Santa. It's the same thing, right? White elephant, Dirty Santa.
And when I was a kid, and all the kids you've got a number. You had to walk over to your thing. So you could be 11 and get a gift set of Kahlua. You could be 11 and pick out the booze. There was no, this is adult gifts. It was just all whatever the thing was. So then you'd be sitting there with a Kahlua bottle full of booze and a bunch of glasses. And then you'd have an uncle who got, I don't know, a big jar of candy or something. And then the trades would happen.
Right.
And you'd have to try to trade it.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of my cousins who was only a year or two older than me, was a kid, got a glow in the dark or neon that just said bar. And it flashed. And one of my uncles had a bar in his basement. So he was trying to get that sign from Jeff, and Jeff wouldn't give it up. He wanted it in his room, and it literally caused, like, that was the rule, is you don't have to trade.
Right.
You don't just get to steal it from me. The rule is, here's how the rule is. Votes were counted. This is how this works. And he
you can't be sensitive and play the.
And I remember it being a thing. And then another year, I think they did that thing where you take a little gift and then you wrap it in saran wrap, that clear stuff.
Yeah.
And you just keep putting gifts and make a huge ball and you pass it around. And it's
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and then you're just peeling back the wrap and you get whatever gifts there. But there's gifts that are like 5 or 6 deep. So then it's
like
almost
this
like
stackable dolls, Russian style.
It's just, yeah.
I think Alan said he might have something ready for you, John Heffron. Alan Jackson.
I don't know. I think we're talking about Christmas gifts, and I just happen to find. I don't have a lot of pictures of me as a kid, and I found this one, but I couldn't make it big enough to see what gifts I got. But I'm.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah. So I can't
look at that hair.
Right, I have the same little.
What does that say? What does that say?
So I think to the far right of me, Power Master. I think it's right. It says Power Master.
Power Arm.
Oh, dude, how would you
Power Arm? It's a mirror image. Yeah. What the hell's a Power Arm?
I don't have to look it up.
Are you about to tell me? Do you not remember this Power Arm gift?
I used to love, like, I would act.
Dude, I love are those pajamas?
Shit, no, look at that. That's like a cowboy, like those.
Right, no, but it could be a cowboy pajamas.
Here's what
pretty cool.
Here's what I noticed, though. I always have to wear an undershirt under every shirt that I wear. I'm literally wearing a little white undershirt.
I see it.
Underneath that. And look at that carpeting my mom had, because this is probably
looks awesome, dude.
And then there's like candy canes
on the tree. No one does that anymore.
And you just walk by, and your animals or dogs would always get at the bottom. So what I see there is obviously the thing on the far right is a light bright. I'm assuming that's what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, it does.
Those are. You think kids would think light brights were fun now? I don't remember what the power arm was. I don't remember, but.
There it is. Commander Zach Power, the Power Arm with lightning cycle.
Yes. Man, that was a good Christmas.
So what did it do? You shot a motorcycle out of your arm?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Why would you not? Yeah, you wore on your
Wow, how come that's not in every movie? People are shooting lasers. Why aren't we shooting motorcycles out of our arms?
And that thing, when I played my action figures, the guy, because it was yellow, that was the fastest vehicle. Like, you could never catch that guy. So
That's a cool looking motorcycle.
All my scenes or the last on my episode was always the yellow guy smashing through whatever I created. So the thing would charge it up on your hand, and then you could let him go. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it looks like Sean Kelly, correct. It looks like something from Tron. Yeah, I bet you this was Tron influenced.
Stolen, yeah.
Yeah, because Tron had those motorcycles that would make like a maze, and you had to cut it off at a corner. You had to beat it to a point, and it looks like that kind of motorcycle, except it's yellow, except it comes on a frickin' power arm.
Yeah, I wonder if Mom put that on like layaway. That to me seems like a Kmart. Can't see anything else in there.
And you know what's funny? Like, you have no memory of the power arm.
Oh no! Once I saw the guy, I remember using the motorcycle. Like I must have lost the arm part of it pretty early on, but I had that motorcycle forever because I'd always do jumps.
Right.
I'm obsessed with that carpeting my mom had. That shag. How do you even
it's not everywhere. It's just around the tree. It looks like.
I don't know.
No, wait. No, I'm sorry. I take it back. I see a little edging.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a mirror? What's behind you? Is that a wall? Is there a door?
I think that's a door. I don't remember. You know?
I'm confused. It looks like maybe it's a
That's probably the most flexible I've ever been, to be able to sit on my knees and sit on my butt and still
be comfortable.
And how did the power arm fit on my little wrists? Look how little my little hands are.
Well, that's a power arm. It's not a power wrist.
Yeah.
You put your whole dang arm in that damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. What a great gift that is. But that would be a gift that you would give at from 0 to 12 as a niece, nephew, and uncle. There's one picture, and I don't have time to pull it up, and we're going to wrap this up. But one year, John, and this sucks because I'm going to paint this picture for you, and you're going to be mad that I don't have the picture in front of me.
We're going to do a spoiler until whenever we do.
How about this, John? I'll do this. I'm going to tell you what this is going to look like and what it's going to be. And I will put this picture on the Heffron and Reep Facebook fan page.
Okay.
And so at some point, you got to go to the Heffron and Reep Facebook fan page to see this picture that I'm about to describe for you.
Okay.
One year, me and my brother decided that we needed perms in our hair.
Right.
So we got perms. My dad had a perm, and we said we want perms. And so we got perms. And then Christmas happens. And as a gift, we got boxing gloves.
Okay.
How crazy is that? Talk about a gift to give to like your niece or your nephew.
Right.
That just let them beat the crap out of each other. Give them a pair of boxing gloves.
Yeah, that's good. That's a jumper gift. Yeah.
So we had boxing gloves, and then we took pictures with the boxing gloves. And we took turns with. We didn't fight yet. We had just got the gift, but for the pictures, we had pretended that one guy won, one guy lost. So there's a picture of me with my hands up like this with my boxing gloves on and my big red afro. And my brother's looking down at the ground like this, like he just lost. And then there's another picture where the opposite of that is happening. And it almost the exact same Christmas tree that we saw in your pictures in my house. And I'll post that on Heffron and Reep Facebook fan page.
People don't put candy canes on trees anymore. Is that another thing?
I haven't seen
that. Or the tinsel. Remember the shiny?
Yeah, I like that tinsel. It's thick tinsel.
Is that even a thing anymore? I don't know. I haven't had a family Christmas tree in a little bit. But anywho,
I want to read this comment by Gregory Pfeiffer, I think. Yeah. He said, "Did either one of you ever get the super toe as a gift? It was the football player that when you pushed down on its head, it would kick a football."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. I don't remember the super toe. I do remember an automatic football like launcher. Like it would you'd put it in this thing and you'd wind it up and you'd hear a timer. It'd go, and it would just launch the football in the air as if you're getting kicked off too.
Yeah. There's so many guys. That's what I got my nephews. Nobody's listening. But they have Evel Knievel motorcycle, the thing you crank.
Yeah.
I got them. Yeah, that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Uncle.
How old are they again?
They're little kids.
Yeah, they're gonna love that.
They're gonna. Yeah, it's ramps and shooting stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you this because I know my niece and nephew are not watching this.
Oh.
I told everyone that we're not getting gifts for them this year, that we're just doing the adult game where it's just like we play the game, no side gifts.
Right.
But I caved in and I got them backup emergency gifts in case they freak out. Is that bad or good?
Are you going to give them the gifts no matter what? I can say
no.
Hey, back up.
I gotta have the gifts on standby. And if I feel one of them is sad or disappointed, I'll pull them aside and go, "Hey, come here. Don't tell your sister, but I got you this." And I'll do the exact same thing for the brother. Don't tell your brother, I got you this. I won't make it like as a part of the group setting. If I feel like.
But then they're going to get together and go, "Did you get an extra?" And they go, "Yeah." And then they're going to play you for the rest of your holidays. You're always going to have to do side projects.
Well, this is the first time we've done the jump year, so I'm nervous as well.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be a bad uncle.
Right.
But by the way, the side gifts are not great. They're like stupid little gifts. It's just something.
They're no super gifts. I thought about them.
All right, buddy.
For Christmas, we'll talk, right? I know your 23rd is, when is that? A couple days? What do we think? We'll be in touch.
Yeah, please check out our Patreon. Go to heffronandreep.com. And if you want to be a supporter of our show, we'll gladly take your Christmas gift and let you be a supporter of our podcast. heffronandreep.com. Click on Patreon. Enjoy. And then what were you going to say, John?
I was going to tell everybody have a Merry Christmas, and we'll probably do one of these before New Year's because I want to talk about New Year's with you. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like I might either get a cat so I'm not alone, or do I come to Nashville and see your show?
I'll be in Nashville, Zany's Comedy Club, the 30th and 31st, doing shows unless they cancel it.
Have they been? It's bad everywhere. Still.
Well, I've just heard that there's a new, like Tennessee's now doing 10 people or less or something. So I don't even know if that's worthwhile anymore. I don't know if it's going to happen. I haven't. Yeah. As I'm talking to you right now on the 21st of December, I'm doing a show the 30th and 31st. That could change.
Gotcha.
But I say get a cat anyway and bring the cat to Nashville. I love cats.
I'll get two. I'm gonna look for two sisters.
Okay.
So we'll have to think of their names. I already have one. I already have one name of the cat.
I love it.
I think I might go with Sade and Adele.
Oh, that's great.
Very
Sade's a great.
Of course, I'm gonna go Sade, but I'll go.
I knew you were gonna go Sade.
Sade and Adele.
Sean Klein says, "Merry Christmas, guys. Enjoy the podcast. Merry Christmas, guys." From Leanna Williams. Merry Christmas, Stacy and Sean and Leanna and Carrie and Letha and Shane and Sean and everybody who's been listening to us. We appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to two comedians just riff and ramble and complain and hopefully spread joy in your life, right?
Yeah. But I might do a little John Heffron live thing in the next couple of days. I got nothing going on, brah. Maybe I'll have me on as a guest.
Hey, Christmas Day, I got nothing going on.
I don't either.
So maybe Christmas Day we'll do something, just me and you from the house.
That's when everyone gets all their new electronics and everyone's really excited.
Yeah, no one will watch it, but at least you and I will talk to each other.
Yeah. Okay, let's think about that.
All right. Take us out, Rick Sanford III.
You've been listening to the smooth sounds of Heffron and Reep. The show is over, but come back next week, same Reep time, same Heffron channel, for more comedy conversations, music, age, church, and the life and times of the quarantine comedian. Always expect the unexpected, and who knows where the conversations will go. And as always, remember to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Peace.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reep, have low self-esteem. So please validate them by ranking them and making them seen. So no matter what